Welcome everyone to Synfamous Info. Today in the studio we're looking at Native Instruments Maschine. And particularly for sampling, we're going to work on a hip hop track and the method to do that. I'll just give you a listen of what I come up with. So they're the samples that I've chose to use, and I've gone ahead and picked out a whole bunch of different drums. Okay, just to give you an idea. At the end of this, then you get to have a listen. It's only a fast one, so I can show you what to do, but it's my preferred method, and I reckon you fellas should do the same thing if you haven't already. So my box of records, I've got one from the legendary George Benson. So I'm gonna just pull a little bit of a rhythm from him, load it into Maschine. I'll show you how to do that. Preferably you've got some sort of DAW, it doesn't really matter which one it is. You just need something that will record the sample that you want and then export it or render it, bounce it, whatever, into a WAV format. I'll show you the steps to do that. Anyone that can flip a record, get that little piece of something special, put it to a hip hop set of drums, man, you get my respect hard. So this is how I do it. It's a record, got some sweet stuff on that, so I'll show you what I'm working with today. You got something a bit funky to work with there. Okay, so you can use whatever DAW you want. Today I'm going to use Pro Tools. You just find whatever inputs that you want, as long as you can record it down and export into a WAV format. So I've just got 2 mono tracks and I'm recording left and right there. Right. So we've got a little something there to work with. Just so we know what kind of tempo we're working with. I'm sure Cubase and other DAWs have similar sort of thing, but you got this little counter. Click the 120 because that's what it comes to default at. If you hold shift and tap the letter T while the music's playing, it'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like it's about 110. Okay, so I went through, found me some cuts. So you can see I've got a couple little bits and pieces. I'm not necessarily going to use all of them, but just extra stuff to work with in case. On your desktop or your main screen, just create a folder. Alright, because Maschine won't find it unless it's on your desktop. Just make it easy for yourself. So we'll call it 2017 samples. Go ahead, we need WAV, Maschine sampling, G, Bennett. Okay, that bounces it. So once you've bounced it, go and copy that into that folder you created on your desktop. Alright, it's in there. Now we open up Maschine, put that folder into Maschine itself, and then we'll start sampling through that. Alright. Okay, so go ahead, open up Maschine, new project, then have your file handy that you want to be sampling. So it's on your desktop or wherever. All you have to do is drag that particular file, drag it into Maschine, into sound 1. Alright, then it comes up on the sample screen there. So whenever you press the first pad, so what I've done, I've got another file just to show you probably the simplest way to set it up on Maschine. So if you've got 4 bars, that's probably a good start just to get the hang of it. You want to go ahead and remember that tempo that you found in your DAW. We found 110 this song was. So set your project up as that. So on Maschine, if you haven't already, you want to have this sample button pressed. And that way, when you look in, you got the same waveform that's on your screen. You can control everything from the controller. You can just go and hit slice and it automatically splits it up You can also turn down the slices, and it makes each section a little bit bigger. So you've got 4 slices, 4 pads to choose from. So I'll show you. When you hit the first pad, it plays the first bit, second pad, third pad, fourth pad. Now you can take this right up, and it all basically just sets it up so you can have as many slices as you like. It gives you control, and as long as your tempo's in according to the actual track that you're sampling itself, then you can get some pretty even cuts, as you can see. Now if there was a certain section that you particularly wanted, for example a snare or a bass kick, or a little bit of a flick from one of the instruments, all you have to do is press edit. You can go through and individually find what point by using the start trim and also the end. And if that's all you want, you just want that little bit, that's all you want, maybe you hit truncate. Okay, hit that, that becomes your entire sample. So on your pad, then it goes up in a pitch. So just like normal with other sounds that you got on your pads, load it up, your samples in, you can utilize it any way you like. See what I mean? Okay, so I had a little jam, flicked around on that record and got a couple more little extra samples. So I've done the same procedure and loaded them up. A couple separate pads here. So I'll just give you a listen of what I come up with. So they're the samples that I've chose to use, and I've gone ahead and picked out a whole bunch of different drums. Okay, just to give you an idea. Then you get to have a listen. You haven't already. Alright, peace. Infamous info. Catch you next time.
So